Howdy! Welcome to Together We Design. A brand new video series all about graphic design created by designers for designers. I'm your host, Anarchy, and on today's episode, we're going to talk all about Together We Design. Mainly what it is, what it's about, and why we've decided to put this series out. We're also going to talk a bit about your host, me, Anarchy, so it's a little less formal, and in the future, you all feel comfortable learning things from me. So what is Together We Design? Together We Design is a video series aimed at giving people a look inside the brains of the designers and artists at Triumph. This is to help designers better understand the multitude of people on our design and marketing team and how we all got to where we are, and how you can get there as well. A lot of designers, especially smaller, can find it difficult to make themselves stand out from other people who do the same thing as them, and they may not know how to get themselves involved with a Tier 3 or Tier 2 organization if they aren't already. And this series aims to help people with that. Basically, every Friday, you're going to get hit with a new video on different topics pertaining to graphic design and esports artistry in some way, shape, or form, and then it will be related back to Triumph in some way. These could range from very simple topics in things like color theory and balance, and move on to more advanced things like analyzing art styles and utilizing motion design, and this includes everything else in between. And by teaching up-and-coming designers about things like these, hopefully you can use them to elevate your craft so you can become like the design team at Triumph. Our goal with this series is, as stated, to help designers improve. This series is for designers of any skill level and any place in your path to pro journey. Whether you're just a beginner or on the cusp of designing for an OWL team, we want you to be able to watch a video and walk away feeling like you learned something new, or feeling as if you can improve as an artist. The key word is growth, and we're going to do it together. Together, we design. On a different note, we're now going to talk about me, your host. I'm Anarchy, or Jada. My last name is George, like the monkey, Curious George. Sorry, it's very funny. But I'm 17 years old, and I live in Northern Maryland. I'm a graphic designer for both Triumph and Sky Foxes, as well as doing occasional outside work for open division teams here and there. I love video games, of course, and besides Overwatch, my favorites include Fallout, Dragon Age, and Call of Duty. Non-gaming related, I love music. I've been playing the violin for 8 years now, and I'm also a self-taught guitarist for 6. My favorite kinds of tunes are those from the 30s, 40s, and 50s, and I think that's what I'm most known for other than graphic design or Overwatch. As a kid, I really badly wanted to be a YouTuber for a living, and one of those things that always comes up when you watch those how to be a YouTuber videos is having channel art, because back then, I guess in 2014, 2015, that wasn't common or a thing that a lot of people tried to do. But anyway, I got GIMP and I started to work. I was really, really bad back then, but as the years went on, I'd make more channels and then I'd need more art for them. And I never uploaded on any of these channels, so my career never took off. Eventually, I made my way to the Overwatch community and began graphic design as my main thing, I guess. And that's what I'm pretty much known for now. I began my path to pro journey on accident, really, which is kind of funny. Once I began playing first-person shooters when I was about 11 or 12, and since the beginning, I knew that I wanted to be a professional. I grinded nearly 1,000 hours of Black Ops 3 in about a year, and if I do say so myself, I was kind of cracked the hell out, and I just knew that was what I wanted to do. A couple years later, I'd pick up Overwatch, and it quickly became one of my favorite games of all time. And I knew watching it, the Overwatch League, when it started, it was the best time of my life, and I just knew that was something I really wanted to be involved in. I really wanted to do. One day I knew I wanted to be up on the Blizzard Arena stage, and I wanted to play Overwatch for people to cheer for me and to do something that I really loved. So about a year ago, I switched over from console to PC, and I quickly made the realization that sadly I am not very good at the game. So after I decided that I wasn't going to participate in the Tier 4 team I had been playing on at that time, I decided instead I would focus on graphic design. Antoine Please, who is a Triumph alumni and a graphic designer for the Florida Mayhem now, at the time was also hard grinding Tier 2 design, and he was basically the only streamer that I watched, and I watched him a lot, and basically everything that I know and what I do now is all thanks to him, so thank you, brother. Anyway, in July of 2019, all of this led me to Phase 1 Overwatch, the then Academy team of Phase 2. and I became their graphic designer. It would be my first time ever working with a team. The team itself was very good, as well as being a massive meme, and that was what I loved most about it, I think. It encompassed my seriousness for good design, as well as making fun along the way. And to be honest, I will always cherish the memories that I made with the players and other staff of Phase 1. So really thank you for giving me my first opportunity to work with a Tier 3 team. Now I'm on Triumph, as well as the Contenders team, Sky Foxes, and I'm really happy to be designing at the Contenders level finally. As for the future, my number one goal is to make it to the Overwatch League in some capacity, and mainly as a designer. And as I make my grind for Overwatch League one day, I also want to help you on your grind, whether it be for Tier 3, Tier 2, or OWL like me. As for Triumph, my goal for Triumph is to make it the Nixel of Contenders. I know that sounds whack at first, but if you really think about it, Nixel has both an excellent Overwatch team full of very talented players, as well as having the privilege to work with a design team that elevates them to nearly, if not the best, Overwatch League graphics at the moment. And a lot of teams tend to fall short on either not having a good team or not having a good design aspect, and some teams it's kind of both because that's just how it be sometimes. But I feel like it's feasible for Triumph to have both a really great Contenders team, as well as all of our other teams being really good too, and have an admirable social media presence when it comes to our graphics and other content, and I think it's definitely very doable. But anyway, I've probably taken up enough of your time already, so we're going to end this episode here. I want to thank you for sticking by till the end and supporting us as we take a journey together to support Tier 3 and Tier 2 artists. This literally would not be possible with you artists who do what you love. And I and the team at Triumph want nothing more than to see you guys succeed just as we have and will in the future. Get ready for the next episode where we'll be delving into design proper. Together. Together we design, and together we triumph. Thank you, and goodbye.